What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rayge, and we are back today to unpack the upcoming events here that's tying back to the Homeward Bound event. As you can see, right, this is for the monthly event for additional opportunities for docking shards and rewards. But yeah, I did a blog post review yesterday, and I thought this was going to be actually for some of the newer Alpha Flight members, but got misled there with the name, the Great White North. Although it is a shout out, obviously, to Alpha Flight, this is actually just an opportunity here to gear up your roster with additional skill gear, and there is gonna be some Crimson gear and Diamond Orb fragments, but we're gonna be taking a look to see what's free to play friendly. It is actually available near the bottom of the milestone, so may not be worth it in your eyes, guys. But just as a heads up, how are you gonna be partaking in this event? It is a 7-day event, so there's going to be the utilization here of ISO-8 campaign energy, making sure that you engage in Cosmic Crucible Cabal characters, and then spending power cores if you guys have been already. This is going to be a good opportunity to do that. Keep in mind too, Guardian's also coming this week, so you can double dip that value in using the CORES for Guardian, and at the same time get points towards this milestone specifically. There's a cracked picture frame and dog tags. That's going to be what the game plan is to obviously add to the monthly festivities. Associated with this event as well, guys, there's a Winter in June web milestone. So this obviously has points that actually it will get added back into that main milestone. So just something to be mindful of there. They always like to do this in terms of just making it easier. And typically, from what we've seen in the past events anyways, these web milestones actually add quite a bit into what we're going to be expecting. So just something to be mindful of here for sure. I'm going to be breaking that down though, but in the meantime, yeah, it's a great opportunity for sure. But with this one, it is a Blitz event. So you can see here, scoring strategy. You're going to be needing to rack up Blitz credits. This is typically earned after each victory when you're going through the Blitz rotations. And then again, the prizes is going to give you additional milestone points for the Great White North, and also adds a bit of those dog tags as well for the monthly event. And then we also have this whiteout event here, which is fighting an alliance war and gathering these new allied supply or fragments, but doesn't have anything to do with specifically the main events that I'm going to be talking about. So actually, I think what will probably be easier before I break down the main event being the Great White North, I'll just show you guys real quick here the web milestone, because it's pretty simple. So this one, as you can see, it's going to give you these Great White North milestone points. It's going to be adding that in addition to the orange dog tags that you'll see for the monthly event. And then finally, there is a little bit of sprinkle of Elite 4 credits, Elite 5s, and promotion credits. To be honest, pretty irrelevant now that the economy of the Red Stars has completely been changed ever since the inception of the Diamonds. But as you can see, it's a 1-to-1 ratio, guys. So 1 Blitz credit is equivalent to 1 point, and there's 20,000 points. Basically, the math works out to be about 3 rotations per day over the 7 days, assuming that you have about 50 teams in your Blitz. And keep in mind too, you only get additional Blitz credits if you actually win. So just something to be mindful of there. I think the average they've calculated in the past is about 20 Blitz credits per victory. So you just do the math there. It works out to be somewhere between 2 to 3 rotations per day. But keep in mind, you can actually do a maximum of 8 rotations per day. So if you just want to go top heavy, you could actually finish this milestone in actually just a couple of days, and that way you don't have to worry about it for the rest of the week. So that's probably going to be my game plan. But yeah, 2 to 3 rotations per day, guys, depending on the number of Blitz teams that you have. Now let's go ahead here and open up this Great White North event, which again is give me the spending of ISO-8 energy, using Crucible battles, the Cabal characters, specifically the new ones, and then finally the power cores is what going to be what's put you over. So you can see here on the top bottom left here, this is the scoring. I do like the fact that they finally added, what these conversions are going to be. So we know with each ISO-8 energy campaign spent, it's going to be 4 per. Using Cabal, and I'm assuming it's going to be, well, I guess three members of them, but you can use them obviously throughout the duration of this event, which is 7 days. So even if you don't have all 3 members, if you just use them 3 times during those 3 matches, you're going to be getting 13,500 points. And then finally, if you have Iron Patriot or Leader at 5 stars and above, there's some pretty juicy points here to be had. I think I actually have my my Leader at 5 stars, so that's going to be pretty nice. But for the purpose of my calculation being free to play here, I'm just going to exclude that in the math, so that way you guys can see what's feasible, even if you don't have these characters at 5 stars. And then finally, if you're going to spend power cores, guys, it's actually 6 per. So pretty good, actually. Pretty good conversion there in terms of just what you're going to be expecting. I like the fact that they actually do give you quite a bit for the power cores. And again, if you guys are using power cores later on here for for obviously a Guardian later on this week. Pretty notable. So I do want to point out a couple things here, right? Obviously, when you can see what you can see on the far right is that we always want to take advantage of those orange dog tags, because again, it's gonna be adding to the monthly event. And then in doing so, you're actually going to be taking advantage of the monthly event, but as well, more specifically, this cracked picture frame, because I believe it adds about 50,000 points into the actual monthly event. So that's pretty sizable, guys. But other than that, if we subtract all the dog tags being available and you scroll down here, I mean, really, the only things that kind of stick out is augmented gear. Obviously, is going to be continually being strong in the game, and I like the fact that they are dishing a lot of these out to get your characters, obviously, the gear tier 16, 17, and 18. But Crimson is all of the blaze right now is what we're trying to accomplish, right? And as you can see here, I think this milestone 14 here at 80,000 points could be worthwhile because it has 2 million gold extra here. That's pretty notable, and it's past the orange dog tags that you see. But other than that, you're not going to be getting probably to these lower levels unless you have some of these Cabal characters at 5 stars and above. So for the purpose of free to play and what I'm trying to be gun for, I always want to maximize my resources anyways. I usually aim to accomplish the orange gear. I think I might actually be able to hit milestone 14 because I do have one of my characters at 5 stars. But let me show you the math now, assuming you don't have any characters at 5 stars, and as well if you're maximizing the entire web milestone. So Great North, again to recap, Great White North is a 7-day event, and if you do the ISO-8 campaign energy, guys, it's 4 points per, and assuming that you only use 50 cores for each day, and remember, you have that the web milestone where you can get additional energy and power, additional energy and ISO-8 if you spend power cores. So it's going to get you close to 21,000 points. And again, assuming you only core once per day. Using Crucible Cabal characters is going to get you about 13,500 as noted. And then as well, the spending of power cores, again, it's 6 per. So if you're spending 50 power cores for 7 days and 6 points per, it's going to get you about 2,100. And then finally, the web milestone component is going to give you close to 29,000, assuming you're doing the full 3 rotations per day. So that's getting you very, very close here. As you guys can see, 65,370 points, which is north of what you need for the milestone 12 at 54,000 points cracked picture frame. And you can see this is very, very close to that next benchmark of milestone 13, being the 66,000 points for the additional 25,000 dog tag. So you actually won't need to spend power cores much, guys. Only 50 per day, and then there's going to be one day maybe where you want to spend that extra refresh if you're wanting to hit milestone 13. But at that point, you have a very good picture by taking a look at the milestone and seeing how close you are. Conversely, if you guys are just opening up power cores like myself for Guardian this week, you're not going to have an issue. And then as well, if you actually have any of the Cabal characters, it's going to give you some pretty notable points as well. But regardless, super free to play friendly event. It's going to be easily accomplishable for the monthly events, and again, we take advantage of any resources we can get. But in the meantime, like I said, guys, the big one is if you are taking advantage of power cores, wait for the reset happening. I believe Guardian's actually coming in the middle of next week, so you may not want to be using your power cores just yet. You may not even need to refresh any of your ISO-8 because you can just wait until that day. And then go ahead and use the power cores and keep on blitzing for 2 to 3 rotations per day, and you'll easily hit this milestone. So pretty easy event at least, but make sure you guys are following this game plan in order to accomplish these monthly milestones. And then obviously anything extra, like I said, is going to be nice, especially the gold and the training resources. So hope this helps you guys out. Let me know what you think, comments below. Thank you for your time as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.